Hey, happy Thanksgiving. A little quick work before dinner this evening. I just wanted to come down and kind of tack a few things together we was having issues with on the last segment, pulling the two rockers together. I think the rockers are different, I mean subtle, but it's almost like the later models. This is a 91 front clip, so it's almost like the rocker's a little bit thicker than the 80-ish, early 80 models. So I'm just going to give you a little look at how I'm making it work. Because you remember I said it was a little long. I've been clipping and cutting and trying to, but before we get too far along, I want to show you what I'm doing. All right. See here, I went on and welded this up inside. I'm gonna grind it down so I can push this piece back, because that right there, I don't want to run into. We've already tacked it there. We've already put a tack there. All this is coming together really nice. I like this. This down here we're having a little issue with. So, all right, I'm having to cut this rocker. See how this rocker, I've already got it down, but see how it's higher? I don't get it. The bottom is even, but it's almost like this is narrower, this is thicker, but on the outside, so they must have just changed them through the years, just maybe to cut down on weight or to move weight around or something. But if you'll look, see it's even on the bottom. I've already tacked it. See, it's even on the bottom. It's even on the top. Okay, now I've had to work it to get it there. You can see the little bit of height there. All right, but if you come down here, now granted, the rockers was all jacked up. You know how everybody wants to put a jack like it is right now to jack the car up. You don't do that. There's frame rails under here. That's where you jack these things up at. Just so all you people that don't know. And you know, you got to be careful, you'll damage them too. Trust me, the other side was beat up just as bad. But anyway, you see I'm having to work on it right here to make it fit. I mean, I'll get it to fit, don't get me wrong. It's coming together. It's just, it's taking time. So that's why I'm not even welding my spot welds up, because I'm trying to move all this around to fit it. And it's just so that I feel like I'm doing, you know, getting both sides the same. I've been measuring from this back corner tip right here at the very top seam on the rocker part, this part right here. It's very sharp there, both sides. It's real nice, clean, sharp edge. Okay, so I'm measuring all the way down the rocker to the very tip corner of the rocker. Let me pull up here and show you. Right here. That very tip corner, and I'm coming with 60 7/8 on both sides. I mean, like Dad said, these cars are pretty darn good, pretty true. Now I will probably take a measurement from this hole here back to probably somewhere, you know, probably right here. This pinch wheel would probably be the truest part, maybe in here, I don't know. I'll just take a few measurements between the two, kind of see which ones work out best. And check the other side the same way. But so far what I'm measuring on is the same. So coming together slowly but surely. You gotta take your time, make sure stuff's true before you go making permanent welds. Like all the welds I've done right now, I could cut loose if I had to, and I could cut this whole thing back apart. You know, it might take me a few minutes, but I could, because nothing else is welded. You got to get it all fitted first. Now I'll probably set some doors on it before I completely weld, and maybe a fender on it, see how everything comes together. Don't know, we'll see. Yeah, we got the top side welded, a little bit welded up. Got all that welded in. Got this welded down through here. I still got to pull this piece out. We have the rocker. Boy, that galvanized is tough to weld. You got to grind most of it off. But if you don't get it off, then you get that white contamination in your weld. It'll weld, just makes it look nasty. That's it. There, yeah, I ain't quite got the bottom. I'll probably put it on the lift and do that. And I'm not gonna grind it over here because I'm right next to the paint table. Little tip: if you don't hold the metal down as you put a tack on it, just tack it to hold it in place and then let it cool before you completely weld the hole up. Because what happens is, as you're filling that hole with weld, that weld is just like anything else. It fills up and pushes the two pieces apart. We don't want that. You got to hold it together and then tack it in place, let it cool, then weld it. Okay. See, that one will be good because it's already touching. That one there looks pretty good too. You can't always take the hammer, a ball peen hammer. Tap around these holes, that will help. And then I use the drill bit to clean up my primer. I'd rather have bare metal to start my weld. I know you can weld through primer, blah blah blah. Yeah, I just like to know I got a fresh hit of raw metal there. Let it cool. Go do your next one. Let it cool. Go back to the other one. Fill it in. Rosebud. There's your next one. Some of that leftover sealing on the panel here. Oh, I took my need me a wire brush. All right, I think I found the easiest way to, well, I mean, I've done this before, but it's been a while. I think most people, there's no way to clamp this. And if you don't have a helping hand, get you a bunch of self-tappers. Go in between your spot welds. I mean, it's little bitty holes. You just fill them up with weld once you move on. So I didn't put one there because I'm not ready, but I will. I'll just take that one there, move it down to there. Now eventually the tips on these things get wore out and it won't even cut. You can drill a hole, but that's just more work. You know, more movements in the process. So, you know, that's what I do to fill them up. That's kind of what it looks like when you're done. Like that was a hole. That was a hole. Then there's a self-tapper hole. Then there's a hole. Self-tapper hole. Plug hole. Self-tapper hole. See, it just helps hold it all together. There you go. Yeah, we're moving to this side, the driver's side now. Then we done all the passenger side. So, what do we have to do here is put on these in. All right, we got her on the lift. I would have showed y'all, but everybody knows how to put one on the lift. I mean, everybody knows how to, that has a lift, but here's what the underneath looks like. Remember we put these on and welded them. Let's look at my front seam. Front seam. There's where my patch was. I gotta clean all this up. I'm gonna grind it. That's why I want to put it on the lift, because I'll put Bondo on that, cover it up, so you know, it'll look better than that. But this, I'm gonna leave it the way it is. It's just burned through. It's just where the weld burnt through. You know, done good. That tells you it's hooked, and I left a screw. So I gotta hit that. I gotta do a little welding on that. But yeah. So yeah, rockers. Can't even tell where it's put together. Well, the camera is, whoop, got a glare. There you go. Can't focus. Come on. Anyway, this side, I gotta weld that side. This side here, I gotta finish doing some grinding because I couldn't grind it on outside. I've done it from underneath, but well, I tried to climb under to do it. That's why I ended up putting it on the lift. So I gotta finish some little bit of welding right here. Clean it up with a wire brush. Put a little prep and primer on it. And then, it looks like the car's got undercoating on it. I don't really care for undercoating on a vehicle, but it's light. It ain't heavy. So that's a good thing. But yeah. There we go. Oh, bumped my head on the rear end. Yeah. Here up here. I clean all that up with the wire brush. Yep, gonna look good. Gonna look good. Got a few little holes, like I said, where the self-tappers come through. I'll just tap them under here, weld them up. That way and then knock them down with a grinder. You'll be just pretty as can be. Oh yeah. That's just pretty. Now I will say one thing, this front end, whatever engine was in it, which was a V8 car, that thing had a massive oil leak because the K-member is 2 inches thick with oil, and these rails, I didn't clean them up before I put them under here, so now I gotta clean all that up. Anyway, yeehaw! Sounds like fun. Boy. All right, my welded areas, you can't see the Evercoat metal all. It's like a aluminized body filler. It's silver. It's pretty strong and durable. I'm gonna put it down as my base filler. Then I'll put Bondo on top of it. Right there. Some stuff I've had for a while. I don't have a number to give you. Right there. It's 108.89. I couldn't tell you what that's the number or not. But you see it sticks good to bare metal. You know, galvanized steel and aluminum. I've used it quite a bit, and then we'll put that over top of it. That's some good stuff. I love the way it sands. You want to smear it in really tight because you're trying to fill all them welds in and just smash it in. If it sticks out under the floorboard on the backside, yeah, knock it down. So we're gonna do the other side too. Smear it in. And it ain't got to be built up thick. Just all you're trying to do is cover the spot. So it doesn't look so bad, and it seals up the floorboard mainly. Mainly all you're trying to do is make it waterproof. Better than caulk, and you can sand it down, make it look like a floorboard. That's all it is. He fell to his knees to plead and beg and to swirl around.